everyone, it's your host MX2, and in this video we'll be going over the release log for Boxcutter 719_10 all the way up to 720_4. While this is a rather long release log, I must express that it's also broken up on the HardOps channel into its necessary sections and also into different chapters on the sales page. With that said, quite a lot has happened with Boxcutter. We spend a lot of our time, of course, fighting the bugs that are introduced by Blender's various changes. While it may sound like I'm complaining, I'm definitely not. I want Blender to be as strong as possible. I want Blender to continue to improve and become great, because the better it becomes, the better we can become. And some of the dreams that we have really need Blender to be at its best, at a level that's even further than where it is now. So as Blender continues to get better, I continue to plan and hope for that day when we can begin to do things of a unique nature far beyond what we're even talking about today. So while in this release log, it may sound like I'm going a little bit hard on Boxcutter and maybe not even talking about it in the most flattering way. I just want to show that when I'm testing Boxcutter, I am pushing it to the max. Personally, I am trying to really justify the cases that we're adding to it. So whenever things aren't working, I don't want to gloss over it and let it be just left as a footnote. I want it to remain focal and I want it to be resolved, because that is the purpose of this tool. The purpose of this tool is to do its purpose. So anytime it fails to do its purpose, I look at that as a failure needing to be mitigated. Now you're probably wondering about this shape up on the screen. This shape is called 8-cylinder complex, which is a shape related to install. I built it using Boxcutter, of course, because I always love a little Boxcutter, but really it's all about how you solve it back to quads and dealing with problematic geometry, because the geometry it originally gave me was definitely the worst geometry ever. But that is a whole nother topic altogether. We want to get in and talk about Boxcutter. So without further ado, let's jump in and begin talking about Boxcutter 719_10 up to 720_4.